It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
And Mariota going to put it up right away. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. And complete to Drake London. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And just a yard to go here on second down. Throwing, Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Mariota. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. This pass is caught by London. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First and goal from just inside the 5. Mariota now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Olamide Zaccheaus in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Falcons. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll give him 8 that time. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Murray's got to have this one, and that's complete to Brown. Finding room at midfield. The 30, 10, and yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Mariota. Able to find Patterson. And he'll get him a first down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. To throw, Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And that won't help much. Only a yard on first down. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Cardinals set to receive it. They'll look for a winning drive as we get this overtime period started. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Second down at 5. First throw of overtime for Murray. And a catch made by Hopkins. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Murray going to throw. He's got Connor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, a good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Connor on the read option. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop. One overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. His throw incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ball game. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And he missed it. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT.
And now that changes things in a big way because you're forced to try a long field goal to hopefully get something out of that opening drive in overtime, and it's unsuccessful. And now on the other sideline, maybe you just need a couple of first downs, get your own kicker set up with a chance to win this game.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at the 45. Now the first throw in overtime for Mariota. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. What can Mariota do in the OT? He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Now Mariota. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota. Now he's flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. From the red zone now, Mariota. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. Get, as you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
Come on, let's go, Nick. Let's rock and roll. Let's go. All right, go get him now.
They'll throw again. Mariota. And caught by London. And he's brought down. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
On play action, Mariota. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down the ground. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Second down and goal. Mariota. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. All right, well, they didn't kick it on second down. Now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. Well, what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So a win here for the Falcons, and it was a veteran, Marcus Mariota, who we both thought really played well.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.